Hello family and friends, it's Rob the Sapper Gardener doing our early morning garden check-in. I'm about to go check on our chickens, their feed, their water, and check on our greenhouse and show you a little bit of what we're doing now as we head into the end of fall, beginning of winter, and as we start to get ready for our spring 2024 garden. We are not going to be adding a lot of new garden beds or moving a lot of stuff around. We're just going to concentrate on what we have in place now. We've got a good infrastructure we've set up. If beds need to be replaced, we'll replace them, but we're not trying to add more space. We got everything set up. We got our micro orchard 2 area cleared. We just need to keep it clear, and the same for our micro orchard 1 area back there where we've got some fruit trees, berry bushes, few garden beds, but we just need to focus on keeping things clean, covering things up so that the weeds don't grow where we're planning to put vegetables, and yeah, just doing some maintenance. Things got a little out of hand this year with the weeds. We had some travel issues, but I've got time on my hands now to hopefully get out every day and keep things in good shape. So we'll take a quick look at the chicken and a quick peek in the greenhouse, and then we'll tell you a few things we're doing to plan for next year's garden. And one thing we always like to do with our chickens is make sure we've got some healthy treats for them. We've got plenty of sage and mint. Chickens don't go crazy for the mint, but if that's all that they have, they'll eat it. And these are herbs that stay around late into the winter, early into the spring, and depending on your area, they may be perennial. So we're gonna give the chickens a little bit of this, and hopefully they'll gobble it up. Yep, these girls are spoiled. They're saying, "Sapper, where's the soldier fly larva? Where's the sunflower seeds?" Yeah, maybe later today we'll give them some of that. Those are healthy treats too. We got one of our ladies was molting right there, and she is feathering back out nicely, and we attribute that to the black oil sunflower seeds and the grub terra, because it's still nice and chilly here. I'll come back in an hour and those leaves will be gone. And we'll definitely have to top off a lot of our beds. What we generally do is we take our containers like these here and we refresh those. So we'll take that mix, we'll fill up our raised beds, and then we'll refill the containers. That way if we decide to plant the same thing in them, they're a little safer, and we can safely top off these beds. And these beds are rich with nutrients. We still add some natural amendments and fertilizers each year, but everything we put in is growing well, so we must be doing something right. And a quick look at some of our pineapple guava. Again, we didn't get fruit this year, but we're just happy with the growth. And we've got 4 or 5 scattered around the garden, at least 4. I think one may have given up the ghost and gone to the upper room, but the ones we do have are looking good compared to previous years. And the greenhouse is looking great. We actually probably need to get some of this fruit off some of the trees, but we've got flowers on some, we've got fruit on some. Yeah, the greenhouse was a great investment. I wish we had gone ahead and spent a little more and got a larger one, But one of our friends, Virginia fruit grower, he told us it didn't matter what size we got, we'd always want something bigger, and I think most people are like that. But what we may do is look to see if we can add on to this cheaply, depending on what plants we want to put in. Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure there's always options to make things better and bigger. But the greenhouse is working great. Our solar fan system worked great this year, and our heater works great. It's off now. But yeah, greenhouse was a great investment. So one of the things that we're starting to do is sort our seeds for what we're going to put out and what we are not. My wife does a great job of sorting them by types and alphabetically. So when we need to get something out, we just come down here and grab it. And we have tons of other seeds, but these we know we're going to put out in the next year's garden. And I think we are well set up. We're not going to run out of seeds anytime soon. And hopefully they're all viable. You have to check your seeds every few years. Once they get really old, your germination rate starts to go down, and that just means you need to plant more seeds to get the same number to germinate as before. And sometimes you just have to overseed to get any, just to get rid of the seeds. And we have our indoor garden area still fuller than I would like. We've got some Cavendish banana plants. We've got way more than we had last year. We've probably got 3 times as many. We started off with 2, now we've got 6. I got one kind of puny one up on the shelf. And we got our avocado that we're growing from seed. One doing very well, one looking puny. So yeah, when you're growing plants, you just have to take into account some are going to do well and some aren't. Our miracle berry tree is doing well, waiting to be up potted. We're going to start our roselle a lot earlier this year, so hopefully we can get some of the fruit and leaves for tea and for cooking. We're starting some black goji berry. We've got some red goji berry in our garden already, but we want to have more. Let's spin this around here so we can keep track of everything. So we got 4 of each, and we may still do more just depending on how fast these grow. And we've got shelf space set up. We've got some other plants we're starting down here. These are rosemary, and I haven't marked our moringa, but we've got a few moringa, and we're going to start more as we up pot things. And we'll try to do a video on how we're up potting our moringa with the long taproot, so that you guys can see how we do it. And the way we do it is not the only way to do it, maybe not even the best way to do it, but it works for us. So yeah, we're going to slowly start sowing seeds indoors so we can get ready for spring 2024. So real quick garden check-in, end of November. Gonna try to get some work done today. A lot of the weeds and things are so dry and brittle now. When we pull them out, they break off, so we'll have to do a little bit of digging. And we try to be as no-till as possible, but we do some hand tilling, which just breaks up the top of the soil enough for us to pull some of the roots and stuff out. We don't go in with big heavy-duty rototillers or anything like that. We just try to get as much of the root out as we can so that we can safely plant in it. But where am I at? It might help if you guys could see me. But real quick check-in. I said we're gonna try to do updates maybe twice a month, maybe more often as we have things to show, which right now we don't have a lot to show, but we still got some more trays out here I need to get cleaned up and sanitized so that we can reuse those next year. We've got plenty of pots that we can reuse. We throw very little away, so when we do get something in a pot, a burpee or anything like that, if it can be reused, we clean it up and we try to reuse it. I've got banana plants and blueberry pots inside. I've got who knows what in what pot, but we try to reduce, recycle, reuse, and part of the reusing is trying to keep things clean. So I'm gonna get to it, and hopefully everybody out there in YouTube land and the real world is doing well. So on behalf of the family, this is Rob, the Sapper Gardener, saying God bless our great country America. God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Take care. Sapper out. And if you got a garden, when spring comes, not now, but when spring comes, boom, grow it up.